On the 14th of September 2010, the Senate of France passed a law banning the wearing of the burqa in public places. Only it didn't. It banned the wearing of face coverings in public spaces, including masks, helmets, balaclavas, and veils and burqas. The law came into force on the 11th of April 2011. Violations can result in a fine of up to €150 and/or participation in citizenship education. Exemptions include travelling in private cars and worshipping in a public place. France has a history of muscular secularism, including, in 2004, banning the wearing of conspicuous religious symbols in public schools, which affected the wearing of veils, headscarves and turbans, but also kippahs, crosses and stars of David. Of course, this new law had the effect of extending the ban on certain Muslim headdress beyond schools. There was criticism, of course. A challenge was lodged at the European Court of Human Rights by a French woman of Pakistani heritage. The court found in France's favour on the basis that the ban was necessary for living together. The law still stands today. So how should we feel about the burqa, veils and head coverings in general in the UK? We are far from being a secular state, so there can never be grounds for banning face coverings on that basis. But should we even consider such laws other than in the hypothetical? Why do Muslim women cover their heads and faces? Is it unique to Islam? The answer to the former is obviously complex, and many will claim that women choose to wear them. Yes, some, many, most will do it of their own volition, claiming that modesty is a requirement of their religious belief. However, those same standards of modesty appear not to apply to Muslim men. Some women, I imagine, see it as a statement, a projection of their Muslim identity to the outside world. Some women may just see it as a fashion accessory. Not all Muslim head coverings are designed to deflect attention, which is surely the purpose of modesty, but are often brightly coloured, the women often wearing makeup. Surely this pokes holes in the claim that it's an expression of modesty. Then, of course, there's peer pressure. If all your friends are wearing one, why aren't you? But ultimately, we cannot discount the effect of coercion, directly from friends, family, co-religionists, or from the religion itself. If you think you'll be condemned for not abiding by such a constraint, you'll wear it. Most non-Muslims don't engage with Muslim women on this subject, but I personally know of 3 situations where coercion has played a large part. The first was an Iraqi woman who once shared a course with me. Like a lot of Iraqis at that time, under Saddam Hussein's reign, she didn't cover her head. Dressed modestly, yes, but not cover her head. Something that people tend to forget. He wasn't a nice man, Saddam, but he kept the crazies under control. Also on that course was an Iranian woman who did cover her head. Now, given the Iraqi-Irani dynamic of the time, you might think they'd not get on, and they didn't, but not for political reasons. Talking to my friend one day, she was clearly upset about something. Apparently, the Iranian woman had been calling my friend a slut and a whore for not covering her head. Another occasion, it was a bit more subtle. Someone else I knew related how an older woman approached her in a mosque and said something to the effect of, "You can't worship dressed like that," i.e. with her head uncovered. But possibly the worst examples I know come from an acquaintance who works in a school which is now primarily Somali. It's a primary school, so typically 5 years up, and some of the young girls arrive at that school, or on occasion arrive at that school, with their heads already covered. But progressively, as they move through the school, more and more of them wear head coverings. Now, I seriously doubt that those children have made that choice for themselves. So I have to confess, I don't like the burqa, veil, or other Islamic head coverings. To me, they are a relic of a bygone age, clothing that is actually patriarchal. But should we outlaw the burqa? I don't think so. I don't believe the state should be in the business of telling people what they should or should not wear. But nor do I think that we should bend over backwards to accommodate it. In situations where the face must be visible, banks, airports, etc., or where other forms of face covering are forbidden, no special dispensation should be made for the burqa. To do so would not be a right, it would be a privilege.